and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators offense will start this game off. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than...
We played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Gators will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. The Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you've got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. He'll try to do it himself. Good job to get everything he could, then get down with the slide. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Quick handoff. Showing off the arm. Gives another one the stiff arm. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. On first down from their own 22. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he uses that stiff arm like a discard, and they get it to the 18-yard line. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
He'll field the punt and take it back. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gets away. At the 40, there he goes.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Silva, feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
It's such a nice play getting that sack, and I'll tell you, what makes it worse is the fact that he has this crowd noise behind him. Death Valley is so loud, arguably the loudest stadium in the entire country, and I know that having played here before, you do not want to get behind the chains as an opposing quarterback with this crowd noise. It makes it so hard for your offensive line to hear the cadence, to know when the snap is coming out, and you know it's helping this D-line get upfield. I think you saw an example of that on that last play.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The play-action fake. Dances away to buy time. Short gain on the play before he slides. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've had to punt the last couple of times they've had it, David, now trying to put something together.
Well, Reese, you know how much I love punters and kickers. Like, you don't want to see them very often. Those are not guys that we want to see on the field. We want to do something else and be a little bit more productive offensively here.
I think, David, on this...
Can anyone catch him? A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And now a fresh set of downs challenge for this offense. Using his legs, it's Conrad. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. He's got it. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains. The Gators are flying down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Finds his tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. The give to the back. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a 1st down. He's looking to throw it. He makes the connection. They make the stop, and that'll bring the 1st quarter to a close. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. This 1st half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Makes the grab. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gators!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The corners are walked up tight. They go to the draw. Fakes his man out. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. He leaves it with the back. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They have declared their intentions on this drive, keeping it on the ground. It's 1st and 10 again. Looking for space. It's Wade. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
From the gun, the running back has it. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Did a speed bump on that last play. Now work to do on 2nd and 15. Trying play action. Pocket starts to collapse. And they get the sack right out of the gate.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB, and this one put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Splits the uprights, it's good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Arizona State was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Sun Devils team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking to throw, it's Silva. Fires to the tight end. Tackled after picking up the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender.
Just plowing down the field. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. First and 10. Quick completion to the right. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Gators have pushed it inside the 20. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Shoots it to the left. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The Gators line it up with a first and goal. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Florida. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Wants to throw on third. He's got it on the left. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Tiger. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire playbook.
And it just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
He rifles one deep to the left. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. 2nd and 10 here. Looking for a man. It's Silva. Trying to get to it. He's going to run it.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have fourth down.
Try to get it on the ground. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. He's right on target. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Wants to go up top. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll take the deep shot. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to pass, it's Silva. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but but that he also has the chance to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the stick.
And the ball's loose in the backfield. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Throws for the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After the misfire, now on second down. Now the play fake. Fires into traffic. Picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Line gets set. First down. Looking for room. It's Wade. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking down the middle. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Oh, ball's out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Finds the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Throws to the tight end. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Wants to throw on first down. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. This offense has a second down play. They'll give it to the back. Smashes through. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Caught, close to the marker, it's Wade. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the...
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
To throw, it's Silva. Trying to make magic with his feet. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
On second down, he'll fire. Complete downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll throw it on first down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Now on second down after the incompletion. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Gators will have it first and 10. The aerial assault continues. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gators. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half, it looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Snagged in the middle. It's Travis. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Gets it out fast. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Now improvising. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him.
Touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense getting set for 1st down. Off the RPO, complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Running back goes in motion. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the play fake. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Short throw to the sideline, complete. He steps. The 1st down. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. The back goes in motion. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. And back to the air on 2nd down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
All right, that's one the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that will extend their lead even further. And he's going to try to return this one. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
And you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Silva. They're setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't...
And they got him for the sack.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The offense starts with a short field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Unloads to the right. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take it in for 6 more points. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The offense set for a 1st down play. Makes the grab on the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to throw, it's Silva. Looking to buy time. He'll pull it down and run. At midfield, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback adapting. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like
going for it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down. The Gators will hustle to the line. From the gun, looking for a man. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! That's the kind of skill that makes guys stars. The improvisational skills, the blinding speed, the ability to make the big play and make defenses look silly.
just straight silly. I mean, what do you want me to do? You put a guy that's that athletic, that fast at the quarterback spot. Now you're telling me to defend the run, defend the pass, defend the scrambles. I mean, goodness gracious, I don't know what you want a defense to do. There's no stopping that guy.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. The give from the gun. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It is good. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50 plus, and he did it with ease.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's going to pass. He's going to take off. It's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Line gets set, first down.